back, everybody. My name is Gecko Lacau, and this is Man Bites Media, Man Bites Film, Shudder Edition. That's right, Shudder. Now, Shudder, if you don't know, is a horror streaming network, and they brought an original content, amazing, bringing back the legend of Joe Bob Briggs. This man is... Joe Bob was a staple of the 80s and 90s. He did a show back in the 80s and did a show in the 90s for almost 10 years. It goes under the same name that's currently under Shudder, which is Joe Bob's Drive-In Theater. Now for the Shudder edition of this, they premiered this on July 13th, Friday the 13th. So, Shudder brought back Joe Bob Briggs for this ultimate marathon that ran about 26 hours or so and included, let me see, how many films did he do? He did 13 films. Yeah, of course, 13 films. So, the films that he did were Tourist Trap, Sleepaway Camp, Rabid, The Prowler, Sorority Babes in the Slime Bowl-O-Rama, Daughters of Darkness, Blood Feast, Basket Case, Reanimator. Oh my god, I love Reanimator. Demons, Legend of Boggy Creek, Hellraiser. Oh yes. And Pieces. Now, I had the opportunity to watch about 5 or 6 of these live, and it was so worth it and so good until Shudder completely crashed, because so many people came back to watch Joe Bob Briggs. He is a legend. And anybody that grew up in the 90s watching horror movies, you will know this man's face and voice as soon as you see it. And he came back with his wealth of knowledge on both filmmakers and film. And just, it is incredible watching a movie with him presenting it, because you get such a great insight. Imagine those people that really want to watch like commentary or like behind the scenes and all that stuff. Joe Bob brings it to you in a matter of 5 minutes, the same amount of content that you would have to listen to for half an hour, 45 minutes in most of these things. It's incredible the wealth of knowledge this man brings. And it's super entertaining. It keeps you like just thinking about this man during the watch of the movie, and he doesn't interrupt anything in a way that it kind of brings you away from the movie. He stops in the right time, the right point where it's like, okay, this makes sense. This is a good idea. This is a good point in the film to stop. So, if you haven't seen this marathon yet, please check this out. The first film that obviously he did was Tourist Trap. This was hilarious. These are all B movies, by the way. These were, at least they were portrayed the first time they were released as B movies. Hellraiser went on to spawn a franchise. Sleepaway Camp, same thing. But Hellraiser is a fantastic movie in my opinion. But whatever. It's a B movie, I guess. And this one is about these like side show attraction. It's Tourist Trap. That is basically like an oasis in the middle of the desert. And there's literally an oasis in the middle of the desert. And it's run by these two brothers. One is a specialist in mannequins. You can already see where this is going. The mannequins come to life in a way that's very interesting and very intriguing. Very much to the styling of, I guess you could say, Psycho. Sort of, in a way. It's like an episode of Doctor Who meets Psycho. That's the closest I could come to it. But it's very interesting, it's very amusing, and it's actually pretty well done. And it's a good selection to start off this whole marathon. And if you're really into horror movies, you gotta check out this whole marathon. Little by little, watch it, enjoy it. Or on a weekend that you really want to sit down and just have something going on in the background while you're cleaning or whatever, you can watch these movies and you really don't need to pay attention closely to them for the most part. They're pretty predictable and pretty easy to follow, even you're not watching 24/7. So these are enjoyable movies, at least in my opinion. And this first one, Tourist Trap, is a good starting point for anybody. So please check this out. These are currently streaming on Shudder, and they just announced Joe Bob will be back for another marathon. Yes! And I will gladly be bringing that to you live next time and going through the marathon with him and just doing a live feed on Facebook, because I should have done this the first time and I missed that opportunity. I will not miss it again. I hope you guys really do check this out and enjoy watching Joe Bob Briggs come back for his third reboot, I guess you could say, and hopefully refranchising his name again and coming back strong with Shudder. So please check him out on Shudder and check him out in the future. Stay tuned on our Facebook page and our website for the date, time, and when we're going to be doing this, because as soon as it gets announced, I will be joining and going into that to watch this, because I want to. It will probably be for Halloween, I'm hoping. So let's see if I could do this. So again, my name is Gecko. This is Man Bites Media, Man Bites Film, Shudder Edition. And welcome back, Joe Bob Briggs.